Hey guys, Danny here, and it's been a while since I posted, but as you may or may not see, I moved to a different place, so let me show you around. This is the new place here. It's not as fancy as the other place I lived in, but it gets the job done, and the rent's nice and cheap, which is nice. There's no HOA here either, which means I could do this. That's a 740 I was fixing for somebody. That's pretty much done now. That's a Mustang, a 96. That'll be revealed in a future video, or revealed as to what I'm doing with it. That's my daily driver. It's actually really dirty, but on the camera it looks super clean, so that's kind of cool. And now as we kind of work our way to the backyard, it's really bright because it's around sunset here, but you can kind of see I've been working here. There's like a bunch of stuff here. This is where I was fixing that 740. There's my toolbox there. The reason that, oh wow, I guess I forgot my iPad overnight, but there's my X5 patiently awaiting repairs. And then there's my garage, kind of. I guess you could call it a garage. It's more of a shed. It's kind of a mess. I just moved in here and I had to just throw this stuff somewhere, so I guess on my agenda now is to get that X5 over there. That way I can drive cars through the driveway and into the garage to do repairs on them and whatnot. So that means it's time to run to Harbor Freight, get another tow strap because I don't know where my other one went, and I'm gonna pull this thing backwards. How? I'm still not quite sure, but I'm thinking I'm gonna run the tow strap from there through the fence, and then I'm gonna pull with my wagon. So we'll see how that turns out. Okay, so I said I'd get a tow strap from Harbor Freight, which I did, but then it turns out that that's only 15 feet long, so that's definitely not going to reach there, and I don't want to go and get another tow strap, so I'm going to do plan B, as I call it, which is, it's actually going to be pretty funny. I'm going to take that red wagon over there, I'm going to put a moving blanket onto here, and that, yep, you guessed it, I'm going to push this with the wagon and hopefully see how far I can get it. Will this work? Who knows? It's gonna be fun to try though. Okay, so here's the setup. I put a moving blanket using the hood of the X5 to clamp it down. That'll ease the contact point right there, and luckily the heights are pretty similar, so hopefully this will happen without any damage. As you can see, it's kind of a tight fit here. I had to get out of the other side actually, but it does fit, and yeah, now we're gonna see if this works. Alright, it's done. So far I've used this wagon as a tow truck. I've used it as a kind of a battering ram pushing thing. I've used it to haul all my cargo. This is really the ultimate car. X5 looks fine too. So why'd I do all this? Well, now this means I can put this car inside this garage, whereas the X5 was just blocking everything before. So to do that, I'm gonna have to clean out the inside of the garage. So let me do that real quick. Alright, so I got the garage door open, which was lots of fun, and the garage is clean-ish. See, it's like a weird hinged door that doesn't really want to open. It's a very interesting garage. I think it used to be a shed, like over there, that's the shed, and then it became a garage after that. Concrete floor, and yeah, those are speed holes, as I call them, or that's because apparently this thing burned down at some point. You can kind of see everything's kind of charred looking, but still kind of intact, I guess. And this burned down at some point, so those are bits I'll have to fix with my landlord. Then this window doesn't have glass in it, so I had a tarp there. But it's got lighting and electricity, so there's that. It's got room to do stuff. I mean, it's a garage. It's better than working in the carport like I was doing before. And there's some of my tools over there. I moved them from the carport, which is now empty for once. So now I'm just going to try and fit the wagon inside the garage just to see if it'll work. Alright, so the car's in the garage now. It fit. Cool. Now I know where I have to clean up a little bit. I gotta free up some space here, just a little bit, and then I gotta clear out this little side area so that the car can kind of come in. It was a little bit uneasy with all the stuff navigating around it, but it squeezed in just fine, thankfully. So this is definitely kind of like a one and a half car garage. Like I could probably squeeze the wagon in a little further and fit half of a car here. But I'm just mostly going to do one at a time. This will be kind of like the project garage, you know, if I'm doing something kind of long term. I'll definitely clean up a little bit, get some shelves in here, start organizing. But yeah, I have a garage now, so Danny's garage now has a garage again, after not having one for like a month. Alright, now we're going to drop the rear end of the car a little bit, since I installed Dynon springs and Konies in the front. The front's a little bit lower now, which means we need to drop the rear to match it, otherwise, you know, the ride's a little weird. So let me show you what the rear looks like right now. Cool thing about these wagons is the rear is air suspension, so it's electronically adjustable, meaning if I just type in the values on my computer, the rear end should drop just fine. Alright, so it's been a couple hours, but I've adjusted the rear suspension height, which was a bit tricky because the airbags here, I think they're mismatched or something, so they don't quite cooperate, but it's sitting pretty well right now. It's sitting evenly finally. It kept sagging to one side before. Now I'm gonna wash it because it's really dirty. As you can see, it's pretty well, let me see if the camera picks it up even. I don't know how much you could see, but it is absolutely filthy. There we go. It rained on this a couple times and it's just covered in these stupid little water spots. Just absolutely covered in them. So I'm gonna need a wash. And then this time I'm changing it up a little. I'm going to also wash under here because this is pretty nasty. There's a bunch of coolant splatter. There's some power steering fluid there. There's just a ton of dust everywhere. Gross. So it definitely needs a bit of a wash under here too. Many hours later, here is the car, all detailed, all ready to go. Check out how nice the paint looks now. It looks a little orangey under this lighting, but it is red. I don't know if you can see the defects if you look up close. It does have some swirls and scratching, and you know, it's not really in the best condition, but I don't think this camera is going to pick it up. Oh, there we go. You can see the little paint chips and stuff. But there's more of them here. It's not the best looking paint, that's for sure. But overall, I'm very pleased with how everything came out. It's a very clean looking car now. And it's nice to be able to finish this up in the garage, you know. I washed it, I dried it off, and then I just kind of put it in here and went to go eat some dinner and came back, and it's nice having lighting to work with. Otherwise, I was working in the driveway using only, you know, the sunlight, and when that's set, I'd be out of luck. Getting it in and out of the garage is a little trickier, but not too bad, and once I get the X5 out of here, it'll be even easier. But man, look at that shine. Ooh. You can also see the little door ding there. It's right there somewhere. Let me also show you inside the engine bay. I cleaned that up. Check out how nice this engine looks after a good degrease and detail. I hit it with some Ammo Mud tire shine. It's a water-based tire shine, so it doesn't harm anything, but it looks amazing. Just gives all this plastic like a whole new life. It's really nifty. It is nice to be able to work on the car in the garage. It certainly beats doing it in the carport. I got my toolbox in here and started getting some more things in here. Eventually I'll have to get some shelves in here and put the workbench in here and really make this place into a shop instead of this mess that it is right now, but it's coming along and that's what matters. Alright, well that's it for this vlog. I'll see you guys next time.